And this is Seth's message to his son,
Right.
who is 5 years old.
Yes.
Seth Kwame Boateng says, "Man of God, may God bless and protect you. May God's wisdom abound. Please say this," and he will repeat at home. And this is what his son will repeat. So let's say it together. Okay. I'll say it once. I am handsome. I am intelligent, and I am wise.
Wow.
Okay. So we're going to say it together. Okay. Obrempong Benaya, are you listening?
Let's go.
I am handsome. I am intelligent. I am wise. Oh, that's from your dad, Seth Kwame Boateng, your mom, Bevi, and Adepa and Oketechie. Okay, now this is a big one. It came through to us on Twitter. It's the birthday of our very own Richard Edu. He tweets at Richard Edu 1978. Richard, listen. Everybody go and follow Richard. Okay, yes. Richard Edu is a great guy. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday. We wish you God's blessings, good health, long life, more prosperity, and of course a cake.
Yeah.
All right. The big one.
Okay,
the big
cool.
one.
Yeah,
Happy birthday to Charles Benoni Okine of Graphic Business. Now, Charles is one of our most avid listeners. He'll be a tough guy. Charles loves the Super Morning Show. He tunes in every morning. He gives us great feedback. In fact, Charlie is part of the family. All right. And yesterday, when we made that appeal to help our brothers and sisters in the North, he sent me a donation to add to the pot. He doesn't want us to mention the amount. But Charles, God bless you. Thank you so much for that wonderful donation. It will go a very long way.
That's right.
To help save lives. Happy birthday to Charles Benoni.
Right. So the Joy Sports Center is brought to you by
MTN. Choose your own bundle your own way with MTN Flexi Bundle. Just dial *138# and enjoy bundles that don't expire. It's also brought to you by Standard Chartered Bank. Here for good. So you be hard guy, my boy.
Of course.
Yeah, the happy-go-lucky one who takes the world into your hands at your own pace and in your own time. Until you hear the words, "I will tell ma." You know, mom means a lot to us, and that's why we respect her and we'll do everything to protect her. So today, we all have the collective responsibility of staying safe, not just for ourselves, but for the people who matter to us the most. That's why it's our duty to mask up and make mama proud. So when you go out, wear it for us. Wear it for mama everywhere you go. Now, you guys know that living in extraordinary times has become our norm, right? And we've been advised to stay home if we don't need to step out. And Standard Chartered Bank is doing its part to make that possible with the mobile banking app SC Mobile. So from comfort of your home, or wherever you may be, you can now request or stop a checkbook, transfer money to other accounts. You can send mobile money requests. You can send mobile money. You can request, activate, or block a new debit or credit card. You can request or stop a fixed deposit. And you can actually confirm a check for payment. You can request a letter or your statement. You can add a signatory to your account. And, of course, you can open an account right there on SC Mobile on your phone. You can also buy and sell government bonds and securities. So there you have it. You don't need to go into the banking hall to do your banking. Download SC Mobile now. Remember to stay home, stay safe, and transact on SC Mobile. Standard Chartered continues to be Ghana's #1 digital bank. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sire. Now, you know they say that they say that some oil is good for export.
Yes.
And others, they are just good for making Vaseline. Okay. This is the oil that's good for export. Yes. The Total Quartz engine oil family introduces us to the 9000 Future Zero W20. This is quartz oil Premier Supreme. This is quartz oil made by Michelin chefs. You pour it into your engine, and your engine, I mean, look, the engine, it doesn't even, it doesn't go vroom anymore. It goes oh yeah, it delivers engine protection and cleanliness, increases your oil change interval while reducing your fuel consumption. So for optimum performance and efficiency of your car, visit your nearest Total service station and ensure your car is well protected. Serve it champagne. Join the Total Quartz Nation movement now. Total Quartz, keep your engine younger
for longer. Let's get into the Joy Sports Center then. And Kojo, former Hartsburg Managing Director Neil Armstrong Motorway says the Ghana Football Association executives must justify the new salaries by the kind of work they put in. Now, the Ghana Football Association Congress weeks ago approved the recommendations made by the Compensation Committee on the bonus and salary structure for the President, Vice President, and Executive Council members. President Keto Kweku now receives a monthly allowance of 12,000 Ghana cedis, and his Vice President, Mark Addo, receives 7,000 Ghana cedis as monthly allowance. Neil Armstrong Motorway is not convinced.
It comes to about 708,000 Ghana cedis as allowances. So over 4 years, or let's say 3 years, because unless they backdate, but if it's 4 years, that's 2.8 million Ghana cedis. The question will be Sammy Hon, and because I don't have full knowledge of the pot, it's difficult to assess the money, sir. 22.8 million Ghana cedis. By any standard, it's a lot of money. The FA Executive Council is almost justified to football for, all right? The value that paying each of them the kind of money they brings to Ghana football, and more importantly, how it would inure to the benefit of every level of Ghana football. That 2.8 million, approximately over 4 years, needs to be put against those needs of the FA itself identified. There seem to be quite a number of questions around that particular announcement at the FA.
Well, from one former, CEO to another, let's go straight to the former Kotoko CEO, George Amwako, who says that Premier League giants must, take their preparations very seriously before competing in next season's CAF Champions League. Asante Kotoko, despite the uncertainty surrounding the commencement of the domestic league, confirmed their participation in Africa, but there are still concerns about how ready the Porcupine Warriors will be. George Amwako supervised Kotoko's successful participation in the continental competition under similar circumstances when football was halted as a result of a famous number 12 investigative piece by Anas Oremayao Anas, and has advice for his former club.
But if they are ready in terms of the squad they want to put forward, if the squad is okay, then they will have ample time. Nobody even knows when the African this will start.
Yeah.
If they have enough time to prepare a squad that can deliver. Take our own situation when we took over the last time in Kotoko.
Yeah.
It was an NC time.
Yes.
NC period. We have brought in a new coach, CK Akono. He had to do a quick additions to his squad. Had it some time to travel around the country because there was no ban on contact sports. So we played a lot of matches and got a team ready to go and play in the Confederations Cup. And what happened? We got to the money zone after 10 years. We got there. We prepared for it and went there and made it. So if they examine all the dynamics and they think that yes, it could help them to.
George Amwako there. Now, in order to succeed in Africa, Kotoko need experienced hands in managing the club, and it appears Nana Yao Amponsa, the CEO, has captured a strong hand in the circle. The club licensing manager of the Ghana Football Association, Emmanuel Dasaberi, resigned days ago in order to assume responsibility at Kumasi Asante Kotoko. So, what kind of impact should we expect at Kotoko then? My colleague Gary Al Smith has more on this report.
Emmanuel Dasaberi may not be a name that readily rings a bell for the casual observer of Ghanaian football, but he's been one of the men quietly operating at the GFA for the better part of the last decade. He's gained a bit of prominence in the past few days with the news in the local media of his poaching by Asante Kotoko to be the club's new administrative and operations manager. Before leaving the GFA, Dasaberi had been the GFA's club and licensing manager on FIFA and CAF matters, having also been, at various points, secretary to the GFA Appeals Committee and GFA General Secretary in charge of administration. Now, that last portfolio is where the GFA would have lost a key member of staff because few people at the moment have earned the reputation and competence in the field as he has. Dasaberi's key duties included drafting and implementing football regulations, making sure that the GFA and its constituent members implemented and abided by CAF and FIFA regulations to avoid sanctions, something that can be a problem for any football association, and also instituting club licensing regimes, among others. He was also one of the few African inspectors chosen to inspect the stadia for the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar, and that experience is invaluable for a nation that is looking to burnish its image in international competitions.
My colleague Gary Al Smith there. And to further strengthen the management team, Joy Sports Checks reveal Kotoko have appointed the former NPP parliamentary candidate for the Fantiakwa South constituency, Eric Amwa Chum, as the commercial manager will be keeping tabs on everything that happens with Kumasi Asante Kotoko, as you know. More club football this morning. An ex-Ghana international and former RTU star Hamza Mohammed says his former club needs a plan and structures in place if they want to return to the Ghana Premier League. Hamza Mohammed was speaking, with my colleague Nathaniel Arthur on the Joy Sports thing last Saturday.
I think we said it earlier. Some of us went to Tamil City to push them to come, because what they're doing, if they continue, I don't think they have to come back again. Just from what we are seeing for the past.
The way the club is being run.
But God being so good, just last month they had a new sponsorship.
Okay.
So I hope they will get good players, and they have to definitely be back. We are all supporting it. Not that we are with Tamil City.
But there will be some pressure on you at a certain point to go back to RTU. You've thought about that already, haven't you?
I've not. I've just been a professional with Tamil City. If that comes, why not?
All right, yeah, that's Hamza Mohammed there. Let's do more here on the Joy Sports Centre. And we have to talk about Ghanaian players abroad. Mohamed Salisu would have to wait for a few more weeks to make his Southampton debut, according to his manager, Ralph Hasenhüttl. Now, the 21-year-old joined the Saints in the summer transfer window from La Liga outfit Real Valladolid, but is yet to make his first competitive appearance for the club. Of course, we missed him in the game involving Crystal Palace and Southampton, that game right there. Now, Joy Sports Rico Ampoffel has more in this following report.
The eagerly anticipated debut of Mohamed Salisu looks to have taken another hit after head coach of Southampton, Ralph Hasenhüttl, made assertions concerning the Ghanaian's level of fitness. Salisu, whose announcement delayed due to his enforced quarantine and work permit issues, is still yet to play a game for the Saints. Despite the Ghanaian training with the side for a couple of weeks, Hasenhüttl still believes that Salisu is talented but would need a few more weeks for his fitness to reach a standard of the English Premier League. It may take a few weeks, maybe, to break into the starting setup, Hasenhüttl told Hampshire Live. After the international break, I hope to have him in the first 11. He has good drive and is a very ambitious guy. He is working hard on his fitness at the moment after a long break from injury, and there are issues we must work on, but you can see his physicality, as stated by head coach of Southampton, Hasenhüttl.
Yeah, there's more football to come, but let's do some athletics now, because there could be more trouble for the ex-World Athletics chief, Lamine Diack, despite being jailed for corruption and money laundering linked to the Russian doping scandal. And we know what happened yesterday. Let's go over now to the BBC's Alex Capstick, who has more.
Yeah, I should say, actually, whatever Lamine Diack did in his 16 years as head of World Athletics, and there were some positives in that 16 years, they'll all be forgotten, completely overshadowed by this case. And as you say, there's another case that may happen in the next months or next year perhaps, because he is suspected, along with his son, of corruption involved in bidding contests for Olympic Games, for the 26 Olympics in Rio and the 2020 Olympics, which of course will take place next year in Tokyo. He and his son are suspected of taking bribes to influence African votes in those bidding contests. It's all linked to the Russian doping scandal, which was uncovered in an investigation in 2016. Of course, Russia went on to manipulate the Sochi Olympics in 2014. This was Lamine Diack and the IAAF's part in that scandal. And as you say, 6 people in total were found guilty in this case. And they include his son, Papa Massata Diack, who's still in Senegal. He refused to leave Senegal, so he was tried in his absence. He was given a 5-year sentence and $1 million fine. But he said beforehand, he held a press conference before this verdict in Senegal. He said it was an Anglo-Saxon conspiracy. He's been saying that pretty much all along during this case. I suspect he will stay in Senegal, because if he leaves, he's likely to be arrested.
Alex Capstick with that report. Now, Paris Saint-Germain forward Neymar has been banned for 2 games after being sent off against Marseille, but French football authorities will investigate his accusation of racial abuse. Here's John Bennett with more.
A disciplinary panel met on Wednesday evening in Paris to decide what action to take after 5 players, including Neymar, were sent off after scuffles broke out near the end of the match. Neymar will be banned for 2 games. The biggest punishment was handed to PSG defender Layvin Kurzawa, who will be suspended for 6 matches. And Angel Di Maria will appear before the panel next week after allegedly spitting at Gonzalez during the game. Meanwhile, the LFP opened an official investigation into Neymar's allegations that he was racially abused by Gonzalez. Paris Saint-Germain have said they strongly support their Brazilian playmaker. Marseille have insisted Gonzalez is not racist.
John Bennett, meanwhile, Julian Draxler's injury time winner ended Paris Saint-Germain's losing start to the Ligue 1 season. They beat Metz there by 1-0. Hello to you, Barcelona fans. Lionel Messi scored twice for Barcelona in a 3-1 pre-season or scored pre-season friendly win over Girona. That was yesterday. So good stuff. Messi is enjoying this. But let's end with this transfer news. It could be transfer news soon, I mean. Real Madrid forward Gareth Bale is on the verge of agreeing a deal with Tottenham Hotspur 7 years after leaving the Premier League club. The manager of Spurs is Jose Mourinho. He likes the idea.
Even before that, I tried to sign him for Real Madrid, which was not possible to do during my time there. But the president followed my instinct and followed my knowledge, and the season I left, he brought Gareth to the club. There is no secret on that. I think even Gareth knows that. But I'm not going to speak about him anymore because he's a Real Madrid player.
Okay, Jose Mourinho, it's looking good, at least for now, for Spurs. They may get Reguilon and Gareth Bale, which won't be bad at all. Because as we do it, October 5, we're coming away with the transfer countdown. There's more to chase. We're on Instagram at JoySportsGH, on Twitter at JoySportsGH. Chase doesn't mind, joyonline.com. Hit the sports tab and you can read a lot. On Facebook is Joy Sports. And that's it for the chaotic
Please,
Joy
please,
Sports
please.
Center.
We have to say it well. It's not October 5. It's 5-tober. 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 Chiali.
Okay, Mati.
It's a